Alright folks, so I'm going to be brutally honest in this video. So as you guys are watching this, I've been living in China for a while now. And some of you guys are asking me to introduce my family members in my videos. The reason why I haven't really introduced my family members is because, well yes, my family, every single one of them is batshit insane. So yes, you read that title correctly. My mom, she has gotten married for the 7th time. I'm honestly lost for words. What I have to say is that, this is the first time I've seen her in 8 years. She has calmed down a lot over the years. I'm glad that, she's gotten much older now. She's much calmer now. When she was younger, she had a lot of issues with all her divorces. And my sister, she's currently in her 4th marriage. The thing is, once again, understand, sometimes things get crazy in life. Sometimes things get complicated. Whether it's your work, whether it's school, your relationship, your marriage, whatever it is. And understand, if at the end of the day, if things really can't just work out, it doesn't matter what you do. Yeah, I've tried everything. You've tried therapy. You've tried taking a break. If things can't work out, I'm fine with divorce. But here's the thing. You've had your shot, right? Marriage is supposed to be for life. It's supposed to be for better or for worse. It's supposed to be in sickness and in health. So if you get divorced, you have already sinned. You've broken your marriage vows, right? You had your shot and you blew it. That's it. Stay single. Stop getting married and divorced and married and divorced and married and divorced. Because this is the kind of drama you have to put your children through. So yeah, my sister, she has gotten 3 divorces. And obviously, she did not learn her lesson. And she's married again for the 4th time. So my mom, she's had 6. Once again, I'm just completely speechless. She's been married again for the 7th time. Although obviously, she's much older now. They didn't have a ceremony or honeymoon or anything. They just basically went to the court. They signed some papers. They got their document and they got their certificate. And yes, my uncle's, his girlfriend, my mom just told me this, so this must have been just a couple months ago. Yeah, she was taking a cab ride. I don't know, maybe it was a family and friends gathering, and obviously she had something to drink, so she couldn't drive at the time. And apparently I was told that she was murdered by the taxi driver, and she was dumped into the lake. And once again, this point could be controversial, right? You might not like China's social credit score system. You might not like the government. You might not like the policies. You might not like the 700 million CCTV cameras that's in place. But one thing I did mention in the earlier videos why I support this system is that in China, well, yes, obviously, my one of my uncle's girlfriend was just murdered. But still, that crime was literally solved within, my mom told me, maybe 3 or 4 days. I mean, obviously, when she didn't return home, it was quite late. My uncle, he contacted the police, and they went to the investigation right away. They went through all the CCTV camera footages, and so they witnessed the cab driver dumping the body into the river, and it was very easy to scan the cab driver's face, and obviously they could locate the taxi, the exact vehicle, the location, and her body was retrieved from the river a few days later. I don't know what happened to the taxi driver. I would imagine he was probably charged with the death penalty. Would this have been a case of rape? I'm not sure. My uncle, he has done a lot of sketchy business. So this is the uncle that he was once locked up in southern China for 8 years. So yeah, it could have been gang related. I'm not sure. But this is my family. What choice do I have? Here's what I will to say to all the people who are wondering. I did say this before. If you're still thinking about getting married in 2024 or leading into 2025 now, so 50%, right? Although that's the overall divorce rate. The reason why it's so high, same thing with China, I would say it's roughly 50%. It's because people like my mom and my sister, they keep getting serial divorced. They keep getting serial married. And if we only allowed one marriage for lifetime per person, the divorce rate wouldn't be that high. It would possibly, I would say, it would be between 30 to 40%. It would still be quite high. But still, most first marriages do not end in divorce. If you guys are wondering, am I moving back to China permanently? No. So after I'm filming this series, I'm hoping that this series will last for 2 years. So this is going to stretch into 2025 and hopefully until the end of 2026. And that's it. There are so many other places I want to explore. There are so many other videos I want to make. And so, yeah, this is possibly my farewell tour in China because it has nothing to do with the state, nothing to do with the government, nothing to do with the country. I just cannot deal with my family anymore. Way too much drama, way too much chaos, all of this stuff. It's the children that keeps getting caught in between. And, just see my family. Basically, the TVs, the laptops, the computers, the wok, all the plates, the kitchen equipments, whatever there is. It hardly ever lasts for more than a year. It's very normal for us to be just sitting down having dinner and someone just completely flips out and just flips the table and all the food goes to the ground and all the china gets smashed to pieces, all the glass gets smashed. Even, just the last time I went back, my mom, she bought this gorgeous brand new TV that was smashed by my sister during her third divorce. And obviously just the cell phones, they get smashed once every 5-6 months. Same with the laptops, same with the iPads. Sometimes she's not happy with her kids playing on the iPads too much. She just smashes them to pieces. And it's the kids that constantly has to get caught up in all of this drama. People say that I might be complaining too much, but I've been dealing this for over 32 years now, and it's going to leave you with a permanent emotional scar. And for me, my entire childhood has completely been destroyed. I can never ever get that back. I will never ever know what it's like to be, growing up in a normal two-parent household. And for me, my bloodline is going to end here. I'm never ever going to get married, and I'm never ever going to have children because I cannot stand this insane drama. Let me give you guys an example why, the second, third, and fourth marriages, they're pretty much guaranteed in divorce, right? Once you file for divorce for the first time, you're pretty much done. Once again, I'm not against it, but if you file for divorce, stay single. That's it. You had your shot and you ruined it. Stop destroying other people's lives. Stop causing chaos in other people's lives. One thing I think a lot of people will overlook about this topic is that the reason why, the second and third and fourth marriages are just so terrible, they're so toxic, is that people lie all the time. Same with my mom throughout her lifetime, right? She's told that, so I have an older half-sister. This is from my mom's first marriage. She's 10 years older than me. So when my mom met my dad, she was already divorced once. So I have two half-siblings. I don't have a full sibling through my family's crazy divorces because my dad, after he got divorced, he married my stepmom, and I also have a younger half-sister who is 4 years younger. So every time, my mom, when she gets divorced or goes through a breakup, when she goes back into the dating market, she tells everybody that, she's only been married once, right, this whole time, even though now this is her 7th marriage. And there's something more shocking as I'm about to reveal more details. And so I'm constantly have to lie, basically everything. Every time we go out, my older half-sister, my mom is always saying that, we have the same dad. I always have to constantly lie about her ages because or her story about her only being married once wouldn't add up. Even now, as I go out with my mom, we go on to some family gathering with other friends or colleagues, I'm forced to lie every time. She's saying that my older half-sister is 42 as I'm recording this video. So she's telling her colleagues and her friends and other people, saying that she's 26. And she's telling other people that I'm actually 25. And she tells me when I go out for these family gatherings and stuff and with these colleagues, just don't say anything, let me handle it. And everything she's telling, it's a lie. Her entire life is a lie. That's why there's so many divorces. Right from the get-go, from the first step, you gotta be brutally honest. And the reason why she wants us to lie about her ages is that right now her current husband, her seventh husband. So yeah, he's 47. My mom is 63. 16 years apart. So yeah, that's the Chinese term. This is a Chinese term I mentioned before. I'll bring up this topic once again because this is very relevant in 2025. It's called 小鲜肉. So 小鲜肉, that is literally translates to a small fresh meat. She's got herself a little small fresh meat. So she's like a Chinese cougar. And I believe she has dated younger guys in the past, but not by this much. I don't know what got into her mind. Once again, this guy is 47. My older half-sister, whom my mom gave birth to her during her first marriage, she's 42. He's almost the same age as my older sister. That's why I'm being forced to lie about my age. And my sister, who is 42, she's basically forced to lie. She says that she's 26 and I'm 32, right? And she's telling other people that I'm 25 when we go out. And my entire childhood, my entire life has been like this. Everything has been a lie. Same with my sister, right? Even going to her first marriage, her second marriage, her third marriage, everything was a lie. And the moment you start to lie to each other, you're planting a ticking time bomb. It's just a matter of time before the bomb explodes. And it's been exploding right in my face for over 32 years now. Honestly, I try to stay positive as much as I can. I think that, one of the key reasons why I've been able to maintain my sanity, some of my audience is asking me, is that, well, this is my first time back to China in 8 years. I've been away from my family for so long. And honestly, I think it's one of the best things to ever happen to me. And also, it's very important that I will mention this, as I'm producing more videos from China. Don't worry, the travel vlogs will come. But before those, the travel vlogs, I will release, I would say, the majority of them starting in May of 2025. I might give you guys a couple of cities as a sneak preview. Don't worry, I've already recorded videos from cities like Harbin, China, from Qingdao, China, from other cities. I've already recorded Unit 731. So those videos will come, but much later. Before then, I want to tell you guys everything you need to know about China, the Chinese mindset in 2025. So there will be many other videos like this to come from the series. But, enough from my family. This is just for this video. I want to tell you guys. My mom's current marriage, although I'm 100% against it, but, we've had insane fights. We had insane family drama in the past. And I've just, I've had hydrogen bombs exploding right at my face. I've had enough. I've decided to not say anything. This one, who knows, she'll probably be divorced once again in a couple of years, right? So the reason why, once you get divorced, it becomes attached to you. It's like some kind of disease. Maybe it's like COVID-25. It's some kind of a parasite. It's like an epidemic. And it doesn't matter what you do, you can't shake it off. Well, the reason is pretty obvious. Because if two people, they're perfectly normal, the husband and the wife, you wouldn't be getting divorced. Let's face it, this is not just a crisis with women. It's also an issue with men, right? Both sides of the marriage, you have to take accountability for the consequences of your actions, right? So, if the husband, if he's an engineer, he works hard, he takes care of the kids, he's a good husband material. And if the wife is a school teacher, she's feminine, she's submissive, she respects her man, she takes care of the kids, she cooks and cleans. She's basically that poster child for every single conservative American. In that case, they wouldn't be getting divorced. The reason why your marriage has ended up in divorce is because, something is wrong with the husband and something is wrong with the wife. So, if let's say these two people get divorced and then they meet somebody that's already been divorced also, so if you have a ex-husband that has something wrong with him, and you have a ex-wife that has something wrong with her, when you combine these two people together, what the hell do you guys think is going to happen? Do you guys honestly think that anything good can come out of this? Absolutely not. So, my mom, her current husband, the reason why, he's 47 and he has to look for someone who's much older like my mom, it's because obviously, he has a lot of issues and he has a lot of baggage. So deep down inside, obviously, I met this guy and I think he's a good person. He has a good personality. But sometimes, when you get divorced, it's not just you, right? Same thing when you get married. It's the entire package. Everybody, maybe sometimes it's not your direct family members, but I'm sure everybody has that one uncle or one aunt or one cousin, right? Or maybe a grandparent in your family that's 100% batshit crazy. So for this guy, it's his father. He's full of issues. But, the reason why this guy is struggling and he doesn't have a lot of options, he has to take anybody he can. Sometimes for this guy, I think it's better for him to stay single. He's drowning in debt. So I'm talking probably in terms of US dollars, probably 4, possibly 500,000 US dollars. By the way, in China, that is a monumental amount. So this guy, basically, he's what's called a fu'er in China. So his dad actually used to be extremely loaded. He had millions and millions of dollars. And I don't know exactly what happened. I can only go by what my mom has told me. But sometimes, even her side of the story can be a bit of sketchy. But what I understand is that either, this guy, so my mom's current husband, his father, either he got addicted to gambling or possibly he was scammed. I don't know what happened. He lost all of his fortune. And on top of that, he left his son with a mountain of debt. So now this guy, basically, he's turning to Joe Biden. He has a severe dementia. He's no longer able to work. He has virtually no pension. I'm not sure how he got millions of dollars in his younger days. But basically, right, this guy, my mom's 7th husband, he's really struggling because whatever money he can make, he works for some pharmaceutical company. He makes a solid money for himself. But the thing is that because his father left him with a mountain of debt, he gets calls from these debt collectors every single freaking day. And it causes insane family drama. Whatever money he makes, he saves the minimum just for groceries and for some cigarettes. He drinks a couple beers and that's it. 70 to 80% of his income goes back to helping his dad paying off his debt. Well, the people saying that that's his dad's dad. Why is he responsible? Well, that's the complicated side about family. So I'm not sure what would happen if he was dead, like the old man who has dementia, who has left his son with mountains of debt. But he's still alive, right? Even though he has dementia, he's perfectly healthy. So as long as he's living, I think his two sons are 100% responsible. So that's why, that was the reason why for his first divorce. I believe he has only been divorced once. His ex-wife couldn't take the drama anymore from his dad and all the debt collectors and all of that kind of stuff. Even after, so this is my mom's seventh husband, his father, the guy with dementia. He used to have millions of dollars even after he went bankrupt, and he went absolutely insane. And the family drama has gotten so bad that his wife had to divorce him, and she shaved her head. She went to one of those Buddhist temples, and now she's doing like this Amitofo. Yeah, she basically became a Chinese nun. And that's how insane the family drama has gotten. So, if both sides of the marriage, both sides of the relationship, they're perfectly fine, they're perfectly normal, they're perfectly good people, and they wouldn't be getting divorced, right? I'm talking about both man and woman. I'm sorry, the reason why you're divorced, right, it's because there's something wrong with you. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and make some self-reflection. You have to realize that the reason why your relationship, the reason why your marriage, the reason why everything in your life is so toxic, and you have to realize that the number one problem in your life, it's not anybody else. It's not your spouse. It's not your sister. It's not your mom. It's not your cousin. It's not your grandparents. The number one problem in your life is you. So yeah, I know this video has gone on for a little bit too long. I've ranted a bit too much. But yeah, that's pretty much the state of my family. I thought things would improve over the years. I did mention in a video before that I can count 34 divorces in my family. It's gone up, way up. I would say now it's probably in the ranges of 50 to 60. And honestly, I hope that, I think the Chinese government needs to step in. They need to be more authoritarian. I don't think divorce should be made illegal. If two people really cannot deal with each other, file for divorce and that's it. But honestly, a law needs to be passed, it needs to be made into place, it needs to be 100% strict and 100% authoritarian, right? One marriage per person per life. The only exception I can accept is that, if somebody is widowed, then I can truly understand your tragic circumstances. Then you can have another shot at a second marriage. But that should be the only exception. And I hope you guys understand that this is the reason why, I'm not really introducing my family too much in the video. It's mostly just me, and I will take you guys across the country. First part of this 2-year series, I will show you guys some parts of my hometown. I will teach you guys about the Chinese mindset. I know some of you guys asking me about China's tiered system. What is, China's economy? So what are the wages like? What is like living in China in 2025? What are some of the popular trends? Do people in China try to be, social media famous? I will share all of those in the coming months. And yes, I will take you guys on an epic journey across the country. But yeah, I'm not gonna focus on my family too much. I'm not going to introduce every member of my family to you guys in our videos. I'm sorry to say, but every single one of them is absolutely insane. Hopefully, this is going to be one of the most depressing videos of the series. Other than, of course, I will be producing a full-length documentary on Unit 731. So that's probably going to be the darkest. But for the most part, I will try to, keep things positive for you guys. Thank you guys so much for staying till the end. I will see you guys next time.